are used by foreign and domestic.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. 2/3 of Americans use the Chinese-owned app. That is crazy. This is why we're shadow. Yo, all my social media heads that use TikTok, this is why we're shadow banned. It's not that we're shadow banned. It's that 2/3 of Americans is using TikTok. With that being said, that's a lot. So, of course, YouTube, it's your girl, TT Shanell. I'm back. It's reaction video time. I don't know what the government got going on. I don't know what's the government issue with TikTok. But yet again, they're trying to get rid of TikTok again. First, it was Trump. Remember when Trump had his thing? He was like, yo, we got to get TikTok out of here. He was trying to ban TikTok. I'm starting to think it's something they don't want us to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, I was like, all right, you know, they trying to make it seem like, you know, TikTok is leading the younger generation in the wrong path, but so does everything else. You know what I'm saying? So why TikTok? I don't know. We're about to get into this clip right now. Shout out to ABC News, man. I got 100K followers on TikTok. I make a lot of, you know, that's how I get connections and I network through TikTok. Please don't get rid of TikTok, government. Please don't. Please.
Here's the big question. Is Congress going to take out TikTok in a rare bipartisan move? Senators from both sides of the aisle voting unanimously.
No! What are you guys trying to get rid of TikTok for? What did TikTok do to you? I'm telling you, it's because TikTok, it's because TikTok be putting us on game, yo. And the government don't like it low-key like, but TikTok be putting us up on game. You can't even front. How much stuff you done learn from TikTok? And don't get me wrong, not all the stuff on TikTok be 100% accurate, but it sparks the brain. It makes you wonder, hold on, let me look that up. You be looking it up, you be like, yo, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
On legislation banning use of the app from all government devices. That provision could also make its way into a $1.7 trillion spending. The House is set to vote on that bill next week.
That's not all.
Wait, what? I gotta hear that one more time.
Move. Senators from both sides of the aisle voting unanimously on legislation banning use of the app from all government devices. That provision could also make its way into a
From government devices? What the hell does that mean? Like, I thought every device we got is a government device. You know what I mean?
$1.7 trillion spending. The House is set to vote on that bill next week.
That's not all. Lawmakers are urging additional action from the Biden administration to address national security issues raised by the widespread use of the Chinese-owned social media app. TikTok hoovers up an enormous amount of personal information off each and every one of our phones.
What? So TikTok been getting information from us? Hold on, ABC News. What's going on? Y'all heard it. I'm going to bring it back. But, I'm starting to see it's a little fishy. You see, I be trying to tell y'all so focused on the shade room and who doing this to what and what. This what we need to be paying attention to. What? The government might be on to something here. What's going on? I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back to right here.
Is set to vote on that bill next week.
That's not all. Lawmakers are urging additional action from the Biden administration to address national security issues raised by the widespread use of the Chinese-owned social media app. TikTok hoovers up an enormous amount of personal information off each and every one of our phones, those of us that use it, and that is raising real concerns on Capitol.
What kind of information, though? You see, sometimes you got to let the government take the lead. We got to just shut up and play our part. Because what kind of information? But I feel like all these phones be taking our information, bro. You go up on Google, you go Google something, next thing you know, it's showing up on your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all in cahoots, yo. They all in cahoots.
So for more, let's bring in ABC News' Jay O'Brien, along with ABC News contributor and former official from the Department of Homeland Security, John Cohen. So, Jay, first, what are lawmakers telling you is the big danger that they're addressing here? And what are you hearing about how far they're going to go with this?
Yeah, and we've already seen some states take this action, but the action that passed in the Senate this week was to ban TikTok from government devices. It had no opposition, as you said, when it passed in the Senate. Josh Hawley was the sponsor of it, and his characterization is that TikTok is, as he views, a Trojan horse to, as you mentioned, Terry, scoop up personal data, potentially for disinformation as well, pushed by the Chinese Communist Party, because this is an app that's owned by a Chinese company. ByteDance, which is the company in question here.
So let me ask you something, and then I'm going to look it up too, and I'm going to give y'all an update, right? A lot of apps we use are from overseas. It's not only TikTok. What is it with TikTok? For real, y'all got to wake up. We sleep. There's a lot of apps that come from overseas. I promise you. I got an Android. You ain't finna tell me that it's not. This ain't unheard of. There's a lot of apps that come from overseas. Why y'all trying to get rid of TikTok? I just want to know. I just want to know if you're saying they taking information. Okay, but then now you got to look at all the other apps that could possibly be taking information.
Disputes all that. They say they're working with federal regulators to address any of those concerns. But the next question becomes, because it's passed in the Senate, what does the House do? The House has a lot on its plate. Speaker Nancy Pelosi earlier this week got this question at a press conference. What would happen with a potential TikTok ban on government devices? She said it was a very important issue, but then she signaled that there's a lot going on in the House of Representatives this week. As you know, they've got to pass a big spending bill. And so
I ain't gonna lie, the government do be bugging. Like, this what y'all worried about? I mean, I guess if it's stealing information, you know, that's important, but it's a lot of shit we should be worried about. There's a lot of other shit we should be worried about. Information gets stolen every day. It is what it is. But this, whatever.
He signaled that it might not be something that gets done by the time that this Congress ends on January 3rd, guys.
So, John, as a former DHS official, put this into perspective for us. You know, the Chinese gathering information through TikTok on government phones. How much of a threat is that really?
Yeah, well, the threat really boils down to two areas. One, as a collection tool. Social media apps like TikTok are designed to not only capture data regarding the social media use by the person using it, but also other data that's on the phone. So if you're...
Hold on, I'm gonna stop him real quick. He talking too much and I'm losing it anyway. But yo, real talk, I'm gonna give some free game real quick. I deactivated my Instagram for about, like, it's been a week now, and it's been good. You know, I'm slowing down on my usage on TikTok. I recommend we all do that. You know, just take a break from social media sometimes. It's good for your brain. It's good for your thought process. You know, because there's a lot of information we take in a day from social media. Sometimes we got to be careful the information we intake. To be honest, this is fact. I think the government don't tell us everything. Some things you don't want to know. So, with that being said, just try to limit your usage on it. You know, let's get back into the
using this app on a government phone. Other government information that's on that phone is at risk of collection. The second problem is that social media apps like TikTok are used by foreign and domestic.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. 2/3 of Americans use the Chinese-owned app. That is crazy. This is why we're all my social media heads that use TikTok, this is why we're shadow banned. It's not that we're shadow banned. It's that 2/3 of Americans is using TikTok. With that being said, that's a lot. So, of course, your video is not going to be shown as much because now it's more people. That's why I'm trying to say, man, we got to make up our own apps, more advantages. You know what I'm saying?
Threat actors, foreign intelligence services, terrorist organizations, domestic extremists, criminal organizations to spread disinformation and conspiracy theories.
There you go. There you go. Y'all heard what he said. We'll bring it back. This why they want us. This why they want TikTok banned. Pay attention. Listen.
There's terrorist organizations, domestic extremists, criminal organizations to spread disinformation and conspiracy theories and other content.
Who is the government to tell us what we could intake? But this is what I just said. Some information might not be good for us to intake, but they just said TikTok be spreading conspiracy theories, etc. That's what it is. Wake up and smell the coffee. We sleep. Can we please wake up? Look, I'm dropping my light on, man. Let's get back into it.
Intended to sow discord, undermine faith and confidence in the government, inspire violence. So the concern is that the Chinese government could potentially influence the algorithms used by TikTok and funnel disinformation and conspiracy theories and other harmful content using that platform to American consumers and government officials.
And I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put myself in the government shoes just for 2 seconds. Not even, just for a minute, right? Follow me, right? Is the government wrong? Misinformation can lead to a whole bunch of other consequences. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to understand, the truth is what somebody could convince you of. So if a person is on TikTok spreading this and spreading that and saying this and saying that, and it's convincing, it's going to convince you to do something. Not everybody, but come on. Truth is what you could make sense of. It's very easy to make sense of something. The government is on to something. I ain't gonna lie. We got to look at things like this, man. This is crazy. Hit that subscribe.
Oh, so the threat, we're not just talking about government officials, but everyday users like you, me, Terry, whomever.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the Chinese government has become much more active in using covert information operations, similar to what Russia and Iran has been doing for years. So the concern is that because the Chinese government exercises control over Chinese companies, computer companies and information companies, they will leverage TikTok and the technologies behind TikTok in order to optimize their spread of conspiracy theories and other harmful content.
And Jay, so the concern is not just that the Chinese take so much personal information out of everyone's phone, far more than any other social media app, by the way, even GPS location information. But there's also the...
Stop it. Every app take location information. Let's talk about it. Like, don't even... everything else should have me, but come on, every app do that. Let's not...
Center for Countering Digital Hate, they put out a study that found that harmful content is being pushed to young teens on TikTok every 39 seconds. And by the way, in China...
Harmful content is being pushed to young teens every 39 seconds. I ain't gonna lie, I be on TikTok too. But I heard as long as you follow what you're interested in, then you control what you see, that is cap. My bad, that is cap. Because I done seen some stuff like, I don't want to see this. And I done showed up on people thing and they was like, they don't want to see this. So come on, TikTok, get it together.
No, they very severely restrict what gets fed to your teenagers. That harmful content is being pushed to young teens on TikTok every 39 seconds. And by the way, in China, they very severely restrict what gets fed to your teenagers' social media feeds. It's all about...
In China, they control what your kids see. You heard what he just said. In China, they control what your kids see. Oh, boy. But in America, your kid sees whatever. Is the government wrong, people? Drop a comment. Tell me. Is the government wrong for wanting to get rid of TikTok? Me personally, get rid of it. And I use TikTok. But if it's going to be harmful, get rid of it. Because I feel like when we had just Instagram and all the others, we was all right. Now the world is kind of shaking up. But comment below. You tell me what you think, man. I'm out.